Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Charlie Sylvia with Cruise Lines International Association. Thank you so much for being on today's webinar, exclusively for CLIA members. Today, we have a real treat because we are going to learn everything there is to know about SeaDream Yacht Club. And it is our privilege to have with us today our esteemed presenter, who I'm going to introduce in just a moment. A little bit of housekeeping. Folks, if you have any questions at any moment in the webinar, please use the questions field on the GoToWebinar platform, and you can enter your questions. The presentation will run for probably about a half an hour or so, and then we'll have about 10 minutes to answer your questions. Also, there's a number of you on the call today. We're going to be tracking who is the most attentive on the webinar, and the two agents, the two travel professionals who are the most attentive on the webinar are going to win a CLIA branded pop socket. And if you don't know what a pop socket is, just ask the teenager, because they're the coolest thing since sliced bread. They help your mobile device become one-handed so that you can type a lot easier and talk on your phone a lot easier. So the two most attentive agents will receive a CLIA branded pop socket. So now to introduce our esteemed presenter today, who, you know, this person is not just a colleague and a leader in this industry, but she's also a dear friend of mine, and I love any opportunity to work with her. Gretchen Bell is the Vice President of Sales for the Americas here with SeaDream Yacht Club. Now, Gretchen has been with SeaDream from the creation of their luxury yachting experience more than 16 years ago. Gretchen, it is such a treat to have you here today.
Charlie, thank you so much. What a fabulous introduction. Hopefully I will live up to that. Again, and I want to thank all of you for taking the time to learn a little bit about SeaDream Yacht Club. We have such a fabulous experience, and hopefully some of you know a little bit about it, and maybe some of you don't know anything. So what I want to focus on really is how we can work together to help you grow your business. One of the things you'll hear me say throughout the presentation is we don't advertise to the public. You are our sales force. So it's really important to understand that your phone is never going to ring asking for SeaDream Yacht Club. We will give you some really good tools. We'll help you understand who the client is that you should suggest and advise to go on SeaDream. And we're going to bring for you new and different vacation ideas for you to suggest to your clients. Once they go, believe me, they are going to love the experience that we offer. They're going to come back. They're going to become very, very loyal to SeaDream and to you, and it is a win-win for all. We've found throughout the 16.5 years that we've been in business that usually when somebody goes the first time, they'll bring back an average of 4 people to you and to us, because they're very social people that go on SeaDream. They'll usually belong to a country club or a yacht club. They'll tell these people about it because this is kind of bragging rights that they went on something that their friends had never heard of before, and they'll bring them back to you because their travel agent didn't know about SeaDream Yacht Club. So it's really, really smart of you to be on this call today. So again, we don't advertise to the public. Just to emphasize, your phone's never going to ring. We want to make sure we're doing everything possible to help you introduce your luxury clients to SeaDream. What happens when you introduce people to SeaDream, your credibility and value increases, since you're suggesting an experience that they've never heard of before. They could literally book any brand name, Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, whatever it happens to be. They could, those brands that advertise quite a bit, people can book those online. You are suggesting something really unique and different. So our company is very small. We're privately owned. Our owner is a Norwegian entrepreneur, and he was the original founder of Seabourn Cruise Line. He sold Seabourn to Carnival Corporation many years ago, and he was on the board of Carnival. And then he decided 16.5 years ago to start SeaDream to be completely different than luxury cruising. And we're going to talk about those differences in just a little while. But basically our mantra is it's yachting, not cruising. And there's a very big difference between yachting and cruising. If you think about going on a cruise ship, there's nothing wrong with it, but everything happens indoors, pretty much everything. You eat inside, you go dancing, drinking, gambling, shopping, most everything that you do happens indoors. On a private yacht, you'll notice when you're in yachting ports and smaller ports, as well as on SeaDream, because we're really yachting, not cruising, it's a very outdoor experience. So most of the dining is outside. We've got the beautiful outdoor areas. We've got a pool area. We've got a marina where you can swim off the back of the yacht. So it's a very outdoor experience. We have 2 identical yachts. That is our company, 2 identical yachts. Each have 56 staterooms and 95 crew. So it is a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio. It's a very high level of customized service and cuisine without being pretentious at all. We've done quite a lot of research on the luxury client, and what kept coming up in our research the past couple of years is they want a very personalized experience, whether it's a safari in Africa, or whether it's a cruise, or whether it's a inn, a relais and chateau, whatever it happens to be. They want a very personalized experience. But every single time they go, they want a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And they want that once-in-a-lifetime experience every time. For those of you who work with a luxury client, I'm sure you're shaking your head right now and saying, absolutely, we got to wow that experience every time they go. And it's really, really important that they get that once-in-a-lifetime experience every time. We have found a formula that works well for your guests on SeaDream. So when you combine the best of discover, center, and indulge, you naturally get to that place of escape. And that is what the luxury traveler wants on vacation, is that perfect escape. So let's talk about discover first. Both SeaDream I and SeaDream II, that's the 2 names of our vessels, SeaDream I and SeaDream II, they both spend, we kind of follow the sun. We both spend November through April in the Caribbean. So many times your clients will say that they've been to the Caribbean. They don't want to go back to the Caribbean because they've been there. But once you show them the intimate yachting ports and those small, fabulous islands that they go to on SeaDream, that they have the opportunity to visit, most times they haven't experienced yachting in the Caribbean. So make sure that you, if they're looking for a warm weather destination, make sure you really either go online or get one of our brochures and really show them some of those fabulous ports of call that we go to. This gives you a good example of some of the really small ports. And in order to create port-intensive yachting itineraries, we start the voyage close to the best of these ports. So our embarkation ports in the Caribbean are in 4 different locations. They're in San Juan, St. Thomas, Barbados, and St. Martin. Very important to remember, because we don't really have itineraries like cruise ships do where you have days at sea. If we sailed out of Florida or sailed out of Louisiana, we'd have time at sea because we are a yachting, we're a yacht. So it's really important to sail out of San Juan, St. Thomas, Barbados, and St. Martin. So you're just overnight, literally to the British Virgin Islands or the Grenadines. So we get into those smaller ports and there's yachting harbors most people have never heard of before. One of my favorites is St. Bart's. I love St. Bart's. Most all of our voyages overnight in St. Bart's, and some of them spend 2 days, some of them 3 days, giving our guests an opportunity to really go in for dinner or go in after dinner if they want to, and really spend the next day there as well. So we have opportunities to visit the British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, Saba. Not many cruise ships, of course, can go to Saba. We visit those smaller yachting islands in the Grenadines, and the Grenadines mostly out of Barbados and St. Martin, as well as the British Virgin Islands out of St. Thomas and San Juan. So we then move the 2 yachts over in April. We're getting ready in the next 2 weeks to move both yachts from the Caribbean over to the Mediterranean. And of course, we also have transatlantic voyages twice a year, both in the fall and in the spring. And both of the yachts spend the summer in the yachting ports of the Mediterranean. Beautiful, beautiful ports where you see mostly private yachts. You see very few cruise ships in some of the places that we go. So it's the end of April through October, beginning in November in some cases. We offer amazing itineraries. We go to Spain, we go to Croatia, we go to the French and Italian Riviera, we go to Portugal, Amalfi Coast, we go to the Greek Isles, Malta, Sardinia. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful itineraries. And since our yachting experience is intimate, visiting unique smaller ports with the opportunity to experience local gourmet cuisine. Again, most people want to learn. They want to, when they're in Italy or where they're in Spain, they want to experience the gourmet cuisine there. And they want to meet interesting, fun people. And that's what they get on SeaDream. So our successful SeaDream sellers, I'm always curious to find out why, because we don't advertise, why are some selling so much and why do others want to sell? And they really don't know what to do. So all of our successful SeaDream sellers have told us the same thing. Once their river cruise clients have done a couple of river cruises, they introduce them to SeaDream as coastal Mediterranean yachting. Beautiful itineraries, port intensive. We've got customizable communication that you can send those past river cruisers to start that communication with them. So remember, we don't advertise to the public, so you're our sales force. So that's a real good way to reach out to those past river cruisers that maybe want to do something very similar in the fact that they want it intimate, they want the smaller ports, and they want the opportunity to meet interesting people and enjoy local gourmet cuisine. It's very different than river cruising, but it is, again, coastal Mediterranean yachting. I'll follow up with all of you and make sure that you have the customizable PDFs that you can send those clients. So this gives you an idea of some of the smaller places that we go to in the Mediterranean. We go to hundreds of different ports, but this just gives you an idea of 9. And most of our Mediterranean voyages are 7 days. However, we do have some longer 9, 10, 11 night itineraries. And then of course, your clients can do back-to-back. So if they want to go for 14 days, we can do 7 days back-to-back. We don't usually repeat the same ports. What we do is meander. So we just continue on throughout the Mediterranean. So normally the first time a guest sails with SeaDream, the itinerary is what drew them in. So make sure you really go and send your clients some of the fabulous itineraries on our voyage calendar right on our website. They decide to book because of the unique, more intimate ports that we visit, such as Hydra in Greece and Hvar in Croatia. We sail up the river, all the way up the river into Sevilla and dock downtown, and we sail right into Bordeaux as well. So we offer, just like in the Caribbean, we offer many late nights and overnights in the Mediterranean ports. Very important to share our amazing itineraries with your clients because the guests will book SeaDream, of course, remember, for the first time because of the itineraries. Then when they go on board and they see the amazing cuisine, the gourmet cuisine and the personalized service, they'll come back time after time because of that personalized service and cuisine. We have the highest rate of repeat of any cruise line out there, and we're really a yacht. We've got over 60% repeat factor on SeaDream. Now, one of our guests' favorite is the transit through the Corinth Canal in Greece. Not many ships can experience this transit because of the narrow passage. And it's always a celebration. We usually do Bellinis out on deck as we go through the canal. It only takes about an hour and a half to go through the canal. We usually try to do it at sunset, so they've got wonderful happy hour experience out there. And normally we offer this experience on voyages between, say, Rome and Athens or Dubrovnik to Athens. Beautiful, beautiful itineraries. Again, those unique experiences are what the luxury client really looks for. So many of your clients also have the transatlantic voyage on their bucket list. So why not do it the SeaDream way? We do a southern route and it's usually just as smooth as this. Cuba is new for SeaDream. We're going to start in January 2019, becoming very popular, of course, with our repeaters. We're introducing at that time for 2.5 months, we're introducing Voyages within Cuba. We're thrilled about the itineraries that our office has put together. It's a full immersion in Cuba with 7-night itineraries visiting 6 Cuban ports in 7 nights. The itineraries start and end in Havana and Cienfuegos. So it's back and forth. It's the same itinerary. So if they did 14 nights, they'd just be repeating. And for the American clients, all of the people-to-people qualification is on there. It's all included in the price as well. And on these voyages, the 7-night voyage, the last port of call, whether it be Cienfuegos or Havana, we overnight in port. So a little tip, if you do have somebody that's interested in going, my favorite would be to go on one of the Cienfuegos to Havana voyages, so you overnight on board the ship in Havana, and then all you have to do is fly your clients round trip to Havana. It's an amazing way for your clients to experience that raw Cuba, because we're going to ports that they wouldn't be able to get to on a cruise ship or by land, because many of them are islands in the south part of Cuba. And so they can see that raw Cuba, really enjoy that people-to-people, enjoying the Cuba the way it is right now before things change, and then come back to their 5-star and yacht, enjoying the cuisine and the service, as well as our fabulous Thai certified spa. So the second part of the perfect formula after Discover is really center. The luxury traveler works very hard, and their time on vacation is valuable. They want the opportunity to get centered on vacation. They want to rekindle, they want to reconnect with each other, or they want to reconnect with their family, and they want to recenter. We just had a type A client travel on SeaDream just a few weeks ago, and they sent an email to their travel agent on the 3rd day of the voyage saying that this was the most relaxing vacation they've ever had, and they'd like to stay another week. So, of course, that happened. They traveled with us for 2 weeks, and their wife reported that she'd never seen her husband so relaxed. And, of course, the agent reported that the client rebooked their next vacation for 2 weeks this time while they were on board, and she received an email from our office with the confirmation. So a lot of our guests just rebook on board, and you'll just automatically get that confirmation for your client that said, guess what, your client just rebooked on board. All you have to do is collect the final payment. Some of the many ways that our guests get centered is our complimentary Tai Chi and yoga every day, and it's very personalized for the level that your client, if they are just learning Tai Chi and yoga, that's fine, or if they're experts, that's fine as well. We personalize it for them. Our marina also with the water toys, and we've got every water toy that a yacht has, and all of the motorized and the non-motorized are included. They're complimentary. We have the jet skis, we've got the stand-up paddle boards, we've got kayaks, snorkeling, then we've got, of course, a fleet of mountain bikes on each of the 2 yachts as well, and the guests we've got all the safety gear, so the guests can just sign out one of the bikes and go biking on their own. Or usually a couple times during the week, either our activities director or the captain will take people on a bike trip. So then they just sign up and they go on a fabulous bike trip, whether it be the Caribbean or the Mediterranean. It's a wonderful way to center. A major trend that we're seeing is that wellness-minded client. And there's people that don't want to fall off the wagon while they're on vacation. There's also quite a lot of people that have food allergies, and they're traveling with somebody who doesn't have a food allergy. So SeaDream is that perfect vacation. Our owner is extremely health conscious, and so in addition to our regular gourmet cuisine that I enjoy, we have 5-course gourmet vegan, raw vegan, gluten-free cuisine. And then remember, our executive chef will sit down with the clients that have any kind of food allergies or any issues, and they will make everything is prepared a la minute with the freshest ingredients. So anybody can come on board, and they absolutely don't need to worry about their food allergies. They can have a gourmet experience, and whether, if they went by land in Italy, they wouldn't know if they went to a restaurant if they were going to be able to eat the cuisine. So that's one thing that is very comforting to know. So even that most wellness-minded client, they still need to indulge, and that we found that really is the third part of the formula, and we absolutely do it the best. Our crew members, we call them the ambassadors of indulgence. During the Caribbean itineraries, we offer our champagne and caviar splash, where the crew gets in the water and they serve the champagne and caviar to the guests with lots of fun, and they're in their uniforms, the guests are in their bathing suit, about waist deep water. It's so much fun. This quote here on the screen is perfect, from Mrs. Holcomb, one of our past guests. She describes the feeling that she and others experience. She says, "The staff that you have makes all the difference. Amazing people make amazing memories." The number one feedback that we receive from our successful sellers of SeaDream is that my clients commented that the crew made them feel they were on their own private yacht with interesting people and amazing cuisine and personalized service. And it's the feeling that people get. So many people travel on so many other luxury experiences, and they keep coming back to SeaDream because they keep telling us it's the feeling, it's the soul that we have. So many of our crew have been with us for so many years. Chef Tomas is on the left-hand side. He said he was coming on 16 years ago. He said he was coming on for one contract, and he stayed for 16 years and loves the experience. Jamie on the right is our hotel manager. He's been with us for 12 years. So it's just one fabulous family, and the guests feel that when they're on board. So another way to indulge, is my favorite way, is our fantastic spa. We've got 7 massage therapists for 100 people on board, and they're all from Thailand. So where do they have the best spas in the world is Thailand. And so we have 7 massage therapists. Nobody ever has to wait. They don't have to. I know I've been on cruise ships before where you have to rush to the spa to make sure you get your spa appointments for the week. You could literally go to the spa and get an appointment right then and there. So it is not a concession like most cruise ships have a concession. It is our own spa. Again, they're all from Thailand. It's the only one at sea that is a member of the Thai Spa Association. All other members of the Thai Spa Association are hotels in Thailand, hotels and resorts in Thailand. So it's some of the best spa treatments that I've ever experienced, and I am a spa junkie. So make sure you tell your clients about the spa. For your foodies, all of the cuisine I mentioned before is prepared a la minute. So it's customized for each guest on board with the absolute freshest ingredients. We have a lot of options. Our menu is varied. But if you found that you enjoyed something a couple days before, you just tell the chef and they'll make it up for you. Not only is the cuisine incredible, but it's all about the outdoor dining experience. Remember before I said yachting is really about the outdoors. If you look at private yachts in some of the yachting harbors, people spend as much time as possible outdoors, including the dining. So when you're in these incredible places where the weather is amazing, you don't want to be inside. Why would you be inside? You want to be outdoors with a beautiful, beautiful backdrop. Guests love the fact that most meals are served al fresco with a gorgeous backdrop of some of the most amazing yachting harbors in the Mediterranean and the Caribbean. Always breakfast and lunch, weather permitting, are served on our topside restaurant outdoors, and it's most of the time covered. 80% of it is covered. So even if it has a little bit of a breeze or a little bit of rain, you usually covered. These people are out for the picture, but normally it's covered. And then about half of the dinners are served outdoors as well. And everyone can comfortably fit in our topside restaurant or our dining salon at the same time. So it's complete open seating. We have a gorgeous dining salon. Probably about half the dinners are served in there, and about half the dinners are outside out on deck. It's always open seating, and you can choose to keep to yourself or dine with others. There's lots of tables for 2, up to tables for 12. So there's a lot of different options. And there's no formal nights on SeaDream. It's more of a country club casual feel. And once on board, it's very inclusive experience. So all the gourmet dining is included, all the beverages are included, including all the alcoholic beverages, wine, beer, premium alcohols. Gratuities are included as well. All those water toys, both the motorized and the non-motorized, are included from the marina. The mountain bikes are included. We even have a golf simulator. So that is included in the price as well. In the evenings, there's always a lot of activities going on. So you would think, because we don't have those Broadway review shows like a cruise ship has, it's more of a casual, relaxed yachting at night. Both yachts have a very active piano bar, and believe it or not, we have a little casino. We have one blackjack table in the casino, but it is quite fun. It's more of a social area, but it is an actual blackjack table, and it's a fun way to meet your fellow guests. We also offer movies and DVD concerts outdoors under the stars out by the pool, and we bring international coffees and popcorn, and we've got all kinds of drinks out there as well. I'll never forget when we were, years ago, we were in Positano along the coast of Italy, and we were eating outdoors, and they were setting up the screen. I looked down, they were setting up the screen, and we sat down in one of the fabulous comfy loungers, and here is shown under the Tuscan sun, while the backdrop is Positano, and it was almost 3D, where you see Positano in the movie and you see it right there where we were, and all of the private yachts started inching closer and closer and closer so they could sit out on their decks and they could watch our movie as well. It's such a fabulous experience. We also have our top of the yacht bar up on deck 6, and it's covered with panoramic views. We have great music going on up there. It feels like a real house party with your friends. Sometimes the guitar player will go up there and play with the music as well. And then one evening during a 7-day voyage, instead of doing dessert at the table, at the dining table, we have a dessert and music party around the pool. And it is the night that the pastry chef really, really shines. Of course, every night is fabulous desserts, but he's up there and he always has something hot going, like bananas Foster. And in addition, he's got, tables and tables of every decadent dessert you can imagine. And then the music is being played and the lights, and it really is like a fun party outside with your friends. Now, when you do those 3 elements well, remember, discover, center, and indulge, you get to this place of escape. And remember, that's really what people are looking for when they go on vacation, is that formula of escaping. Another way your clients can escape on SeaDream is our famous Balinese dream beds. The Balinese dream beds are complimentary, of course, it's included in the price. And we have an opportunity the first night of every voyage. The guests receive a turn down gift on their pillow, where they have personalized pajamas with their name embroidered on the top of the pajamas. And if they'd like, they just have the concierge have a bed properly made up for them outdoors with the Belgian linens and the down duvet and pillows, so they can sleep comfortably under the stars. And not many, because remember, we have 60% repeat factor. A lot of our guests have already done this. So usually there's only 2 or 3 couples each night. And we have, I don't know how many beds we have. We have probably about 15 beds, but usually only 2 or 3 couples are doing this each night. And it is such a fabulous experience. Again, people go on vacation for those wonderful over-the-top experiences. This is one of the things that they can do. You don't have to create that for them. We've already created that, and then they come back and tell all their friends about it. Now, I love this quote from our past guest, Mr. and Mrs. Barrera. It sums up the SeaDream experience. They say, "We absolutely loved our vacation on SeaDream. It was beyond our expectations. The food, the service, the activities, the staff, and the way things are done really made us feel like we were yachting." And again, that is our goal. We want all of our guests to feel as though they're on their own private yacht, traveling with some of the most interesting people there are out there. Now, let's talk a little bit about the yachts. As I mentioned, we've got 2 identical yachts, each with 56 staterooms and 95 crew. So we do no public advertising. So most of the time, your clients will have never heard of us. It's a great opportunity for you to introduce SeaDream to these clients. The luxury client wants to be surprised by their advisor. That's why they use you. They could book those brand name products, as I mentioned before, themselves. They use you for those wow, over the top experiences that we offer at SeaDream. So that once they experience their SeaDream yacht, they'll rebook. And normally, again, they'll bring an average of 4 people with them, and you'll get that additional business. I was just in a travel agency last week, and they said, oh my God, you're so right. My client went, they brought back 3 other couples. They brought back 6 people. So some people bring 2 people, and they average 4 people with them. So that is a great way. If you just simply suggest SeaDream to some of your clients, it's a great opportunity for you to grow your business and grow your luxury business. Now let's talk a little bit about the staterooms. All of our staterooms are ocean view. In the bottom right-hand corner is our Yacht Club stateroom. We've got 54 of those. Out of the 56, 54 are identical. 195 square feet, Belgian linens, flat screen TV, DVD player, iPad and iPhone docking station, mini fridge stocked daily with beer and water and soft drinks, 24-hour room service as well. Of the 54 Yacht Club staterooms, 16 of them have the ability to convert to 8 Commodore suites. Now that's in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. So that is the Commodore suite, where a wall removes and it's a nice big open suite for those clients who do want a little bit extra room. Those suites are 390 square feet. Big advantage of the Commodore suite is that you have 2 full bathrooms, 2 sets of electronics, and 2 closets. One side can be set up as a living dining room area if there's only 2 people. A lot of times there are only 2 people. You can book it for a family if you want to, but most of the time it's 2 people, and then the other side is a nice big living dining room area. The top right-hand corner is the Admiral Suite, and that is 375 square feet. And all of this is right on our website as well, but it's 375 square feet. And the top left is our owner suite, which is 447 square feet. Admiral and owner suite are similar in layout. They've got, each of them have a half bath for the guests because it's good for entertaining in here. And they have a living room, a nice sized living dining area, and a very large full bathroom with a separate tub and shower. And all the bathrooms, all the 56 staterooms and suites, all the bathrooms are marble with multi-jet shower massages. They also all have Bulgari amenities, the highest level of everything. And it's interesting, I'm always asked about balconies. And so I want to address balconies up front. A lot of travel agents say, my client is used to a balcony and I don't see any balconies. And take what you know about cruising and kind of set it aside for a minute. Remember, this is yachting. When you look at the yachts throughout the world, you see, and you're in yacht harbors, you see that yachts don't have balconies because the entire yacht outdoors is your balcony. So wherever you are on SeaDream, you are literally steps away from that outdoor space. And we have got the most amazing outdoor space, a lot higher percentage outdoor space than really a cruise ship does. So on the larger ships, people use the balcony to get away from everyone. With only 100 guests and a very outdoor experience on SeaDream, it's a completely different mentality that we offer. So I just wanted to address that right up front. So we're going to talk about 3 ways to grow your business with SeaDream. Let's start with the biggest. This is a charter opportunity. So remember, 56 staterooms, 112 maximum people. About 25% of our voyages are sold by a travel advisor as a full yacht charter. We do quite a lot of corporate charters. However, our fastest growing charter business is booked by your clients celebrating milestone birthdays and anniversaries. And we can help show you how to segment your database and reach out to those high net worth clients 2 years prior. You got to book 2 years, usually a year and a half to 2 years prior to their milestone. So they will love it if you call them and say, you know, I know you've got a year and a half, 2 years, you got a milestone coming up. What are you thinking about doing? Let me help you create the most amazing experience with your friends and family, and then start the conversation about SeaDream, because again, they will have never heard of SeaDream. So yacht charters on SeaDream can be booked for 4 days on up. We had a family book a 16-day charter, and they only had 35 people. Don't always think you have to fill it with 112 people. 95 crew, they only had 35 people on board. So we're here to help you assist. We'll get on the phone with your clients. You literally can make anywhere from $40,000 on up. We just had a travel agent just a year and a half ago book a family over Christmas and New Year's for a full yacht charter for 11 days, a very wealthy family that travels together every Christmas and New Year's. That travel agent made over $150,000 in commission on one charter on SeaDream. We do, on these milestone charters, we do about 2 of those a month. So this is not uncommon, and we're very happy to help you make that happen. We also do a lot of destination wedding charters. This is a beautiful one that we just had, and the client said, we had a fantastic time on SeaDream for our wedding. Couldn't have asked for a better experience. Everything from the food to the beautiful wedding ceremony to the unparalleled service made for an unforgettable event. Someone even said it was the wedding of the century. And the sister of the bride, now we hear, wants to also charter SeaDream for her wedding. This was a 4-day wedding, and we are the perfect option. We have a nice video right in the travel agent section of our website that you can send your destination brides and grooms. Birthdays also very popular. This is probably the fastest growing charter and group business that we have is birthdays. We had a wonderful gentleman in San Francisco that surprised his wife for her 60th birthday. He said to her about 2 years prior, what are you thinking about doing for your 60th birthday? She said, you know, we had such a great time on SeaDream in the Caribbean. Why don't we take our 2 daughters who were in their early 20s, and why don't the 4 of us go to Greece? He said, great, I'll get it all planned. He went to the travel agent the next day, said, I want to surprise my wife and charter SeaDream in Greece for her 60th birthday. We got on the phone with her. We helped make it happen, closed it in 3 days, organized everything, kept it a surprise from the birthday girl. She boarded, and you board at the pool area on SeaDream, just like you do a private yacht, and the captain welcomed her back. The hotel manager welcomed her back. She reaches to get her flute of champagne, and there around the pool were all her family and friends. Amazing experience. She's told us so many times that I don't remember anything he ever gave me for my birthday. I will remember these experiences with my family and friends the rest of my life. You too can make that happen for your clients and really get those experiences for them set 2 years in advance. If you wait for the client, they'll come to you 4 months prior. So try to be proactive, reach out to them a year and a half to 2 years prior to their special birthday. And I got to tell you about that travel agent in San Francisco where this fell in her lap. The gentleman who surprised his wife, he did all the invitations. The travel agent didn't have to do anything. All she had to do was just handle their pre-post and their air. And I said, well, how many of those were your clients before? And she said 112 people went, 110 of them were not her clients previously, but boy, they sure are now. She said that she's probably made about $150,000 extra in commission in the last year from the new business that she has been able to work with some of these people from following up. So I got to tell you, reaching out to your clients 2 years before, whether it's a group on a scheduled voyage or whether it's a full yacht charter, start that conversation, and we've got some good customizable pieces to help you make that happen. And we're happy to work with you on that kind of business. So groups, we mentioned groups. If you have any groups that you do of 6 to 18 staterooms, we've got an excellent group program offering the ability to earn a full double occupancy tour conductor stateroom on most sailings. as well as locking in the rate. With only 56 staterooms, our rates increase quite dramatically as we begin to fill a voyage. So it's a real good opportunity for you to, when you book groups, you can lock in the rate for 3 months. That gives you 3 months selling time period. And it's a great opportunity for you to really make quite a bit of money and give a fabulous experience for your groups on board. Our sales directors are very happy to work with you on your group business or your individual business or your charter business, but they can really help you think about those milestone celebrations for groups on board. Country clubs and yacht clubs, we do a lot of those kind of groups. We do a lot of multi-generational family groups. We do wine clubs. Wine clubs, we have special wine voyages. I'll show you in just a minute. Or simply couples that enjoy traveling together. We do all kinds of different groups on board. So reach out to us. We'd love to work with you on your group business. And then let's not forget about that individual traveler. That's actually most of our guests on board our scheduled voyages, which is 75% of our voyages. Think about those foodie clients that really, really enjoy customized, wonderful cuisine, your wine lovers, the couples that enjoy more exotic ports. We're actually perfect for those kind of anti-cruisers, those clients that kind of think they're too cool to cruise or they don't like the crowds and can't see themselves on a large cruise ship. We're perfect for those. And remember, our successful sellers tell us that they're introducing SeaDream to their past river cruise clients as a coastal Mediterranean voyage. And again, we have those tools that we can send you, and I'll follow up with you in an email and send you. We've got tools that help reach out and start that conversation with those clients. We're very proud of all the many awards that we've won, but the one that I really want to point out is the top one. We just this past year, we were the #1 and #2 ships in the world with Berlitz in the best boutique ship category. And we've got all of our awards listed on our website as well. Bottom line is we really want to work closely with you to grow your business. We've got lots of ideas that I just mentioned. I'm going to mention a few more in just a minute. This is the list of our 10 sales directors. They're an amazing sales team. They're in North America. One is in Brazil, but they will really help you grow your business. My email address is on there as well. I'm Gretchen Bell. I'm gbell@seadream.com. So if you're not actively working with your local sales director with SeaDream, please reach out to them to help you with ideas to develop your SeaDream business. It's fun to work with this experience. So as an overview, again, remember both yachts are in the Caribbean from November through April. Okay, and then in the Med from May through October. And then we are in Cuba in February, March, and the beginning of April of 2019. These are our wine theme voyages, and I'll send this flyer to you as a follow-up. These voyages are all also listed on our website. We've got either 1 or 2 wineries and really excellent, very upscale wineries on each one of these voyages. This shows you 2019. We also have some in 2018, again, that are listed right on our website. The way our wine voyages work, we have complimentary wine tastings from each of the wineries that are focused, and it's usually the owner of the winery that's going or the winemaker, and so they'll tell you all about how they make their wines. And we also have optional wine pairing dinners. We have optional wine themed land adventures on there as well. And again, those were great opportunities on those wine voyages to book some groups with your wine clubs. So just as an example of different ideas that we've been working with some of our successful sellers to grow their business, if you can just write down 5 clients, whether they be charter, individual, group clients, and literally just send them a SeaDream brochure or email them information that I can send you some of the information. You can send them a link to our video. You can send them a link to our voyage calendar. The second idea is literally to reach out to one of your Pied Pipers, either a country club, yacht club, wine club, garden club, chef, friends and family, and plant the seed for a SeaDream group and client event. So have your sales director really help you. We do a lot of client events, and those are really, really good to gather your clients that you think would be perfect for SeaDream. The sales director will come help give a presentation, and we usually offer a booking incentive during the client event. So we talked about milestone celebration charters. It's also excellent for groups, but you need to really reach out 2 years in advance. So make sure you segment your database and go after that high net worth client that is going to be celebrating a milestone within the next 2 years. And then include SeaDream. Remember, we don't advertise, so you're the ones that are going to be the stars. We are not really out there at all in any of the magazines or newspapers. So if you include SeaDream in your social media, we can give you articles, we can give you images and video, and in your newsletter, you're offering your clients an excellent new alternative for their next vacation. We're very proud of a lot of the awards that we've won, but we're more proud of our guest ratings. And literally every week we average 9.7 to 10 out of 10 on every single voyage. The guests love it. They repeat. The only way their client is going to know about SeaDream is if you introduce them to our yachting experience. They'll love you for the introduction. They'll say, "Where has this been?" And you'll grow your luxury business with that simple introduction. Now, a picture says it better than words. It is truly yachting, not cruising. Enjoy the difference. Now, I want to thank you again for taking the time to learn a little bit about SeaDream Yacht Club, and let us help you grow your business with SeaDream. We are there to assist. Now I'd like to open it up for any questions that you might have.
Sure, we do have a couple questions coming in. If you have any more, please feel free to type them into the questions module. We have a lot of really positive feedback about the presentation also. I just wanted to let you know. And let's start with one of those first questions. Lynn would like to know if you can do whatever you like during the day, or if there's more of a traditional itinerary.
There is an itinerary. We do have, and if you look at SeaDream.com, you'll be able to see some of our fabulous itineraries on there. So we usually are in port almost every single day. And so as an example, we're in Positano in Italy. So you have shore excursions that you can purchase there, or you can just play with the water toys off the back of the yacht, and you can take the tender into town and just walk around and go shopping if you want to. So it is very flexible as to what you do, but we do offer shore excursions in every single one of our ports as well.
Okay, great. Our next question is from Nadia. She would like to know if spirits and special beverages are included outside of mealtime.
Yes, 24/7. At 3 o'clock in the morning, Nadia, if you want to order gin and tonic, you just order gin and tonic. So yeah, it's 24/7, premium brand, alcohol, drinks, wine, beer, 24/7.
Perfect. Sometimes at 3 in the morning, that's just what you need.
That's exactly right.
Our next question is from Jeannie, who has a client that is 7 feet tall. Would the rooms accommodate his height?
Wow, 7 feet tall. Okay, so we had it's the beds more so than the room. And I think he's going to have a problem wherever he goes with beds. But we do have normal queen size beds. Okay, we have 2 twins that convert to a queen size bed. He is probably used to it, but he's probably going to have to either sleep diagonally or fall off the edge. The ceiling height in the bathroom is going to be a little bit tight, but the ceiling in the bedroom is going to be fine. So he's probably used to a lot of this stuff. Poor guy.
Yeah, 7 feet. Wow.
Yeah.
Our next question is about shore excursions. Are there any included and how are they arranged?
The only ones that are included, and you can imagine our guests, they don't want to be herded around. And so they like to do their own thing. So we do have, we call them our yachting land adventures, and they're right on our website. You can actually find the pricing, you can find the exact description of all of them. So those are third-party excursions, and again, they're called yachting land adventures. Those would be additional, and they can purchase those. In some cases, if they want to purchase them before they go, they can, or they can purchase them once they're on board, because it's not like we're doing a lot of crowds. Then there's a couple other things that we offer. We call these our crew-led excursions. And those are complimentary. And usually we'll do these, maybe twice during a 7-day voyage, where the activities director or the captain or one of the officers will take people on a hike or a bike ride, or the chef will take people, and the chef usually just does this in the Mediterranean because there's not really any markets in the Caribbean. The chef will take whoever wants to go on a chef walk into the local market. So those are complimentary. And then, of course, all the water toys are complimentary as well. And then the other thing that's complimentary is the people-to-people excursions in Cuba. So in Cuba, we have to have a people-to-people excursion in each one of the ports. So those are complimentary, and then they have the ability to book a second one if they want to, that is charged for.
Okay, great. Our next question, not including family groups or charters, what is the average age for individual reservations?
That's a very good question. You can imagine with this experience, it's really more of a frame of mind than it is an age. Our average age is mid-50s. However, we do have quite a few people that are younger. We have honeymoon clients because it's a very romantic experience, and we have older people who act like they're much younger. So you know what I'm talking about. I have friends that are in their 80s that act like they're in their 30s, and I have friends in their 30s that act like they're in their 80s. So I would say, again, it's a frame of mind more so than an age, but that is our average age. And that people need to be somewhat mobile, because it, just like a private yacht, there are stairs going up and down from the tender to the yacht.
Okay, great. Actually, that is a great intro into the next question. David is wondering about disabled and handicapped customers and how they would be able to experience SeaDream.
That's a good question. We do have, from time to time, we do have clients that are in wheelchairs, and it's usually grandma and grandpa brought the whole multi-generation. And so either first of all, our crew is amazing, and our crew will help them. We have an elevator on board. So the elevator goes from deck 2, which is the lowest guest deck, up to deck 5, which is the next to the lowest, or next to the highest guest deck. We added deck 6 after we bought the 2 Sea Goddesses. So we added that whole new deck on the top. So that's why the elevator only goes up to deck 5. When the guests want to go from 5 up to 6, we literally lift them up and take them up there. It's a little bit difficult, and we're very, very honest with you, because these were built as the Sea Goddesses in the 80s originally, and they were gutted and they were rebuilt. But because they were built in the 80s, it's not the best for somebody that is in a wheelchair, because it's not like a cruise ship where they're rolling off of a jetway. There's stairs going up and down, and so they have to get, in most cases we tender, because we want to use our water sports marina at the same time we're tendering. So it is a little bit difficult, but we do from time to time, usually about once or twice a month, we'll have somebody in a wheelchair. We have one wheelchair accessible stateroom on each yacht, which is 215, but personally, it's not the best in the world because it's got a bathtub, but it's got a nice wide door. So we're very, very honest about, we're probably not the best for somebody that is handicapped.
Okay, and just one more question, kind of in line with all of that. Celia is wondering if service dogs are allowed.
No, we don't allow any dogs at all.
Okay. Our next question is from Amy, who's wondering if you can book a wedding without chartering the whole yacht.
You can. In fact, I was on a voyage last year where I attended somebody's that I didn't know. There are somewhat private areas where you can imagine it's a yacht with 100 people. So you can do that. It's a little bit easier to do it on a charter basis. But they can do it if there's only maybe going to be 10 or 15 people. We do it from time to time. We also do renewing of vows. A lot of people like to do renewing of vows as well. So we'll go in the forward section, or we'll up by the bridge. There's several places that we can go. So we would just like to talk to them and understand what their needs are.
Okay, that makes sense. Our next question is from Mimi, who is wondering if the standard ocean view staterooms are the same rate or if location is a factor in the price.
Good question. There's deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4 on our yacht club staterooms. And deck 4 is more expensive than deck 3, and deck 3 is more expensive than deck 2.
Okay, gotcha. This is actually going to be our last question, but I do just want to let everyone know that this webinar is being recorded and it'll be posted to CLIA's YouTube channel. And I will also send Gretchen all of the rest of the questions that we haven't gotten to, but we have covered most of them. So this is going to be our last one, and it is from Mimi also. How far in advance are your deployments available for booking?
We are open right now on an FIT and group basis. We're open through September of 2019. We are booking charters past that. So we're booking charters in 2019, 2020, and 2021 right now. But from an FIT and a group standpoint, you'll see on our website and our voyage calendar that we're currently open through September. We'll probably open fourth quarter 2019 in just a few weeks. I also wanted to mention one thing before we go. We will be offering a very good agent incentive during Cruise 360. So make sure if you are going to Cruise 360, make sure that you stop at our booth at the trade show at the SeaDream booth. Perfect. I hope a lot of people stop by. And that about wraps up the hour. Thank you so much, Gretchen, for that webinar. It was so informative. The pictures were stunning. I hope one day I get to go on a SeaDream yacht. Wonderful. I hope we all do. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you, CLIA and Charlie and Anna, and thank you all for joining us today. And anytime we can help you sell SeaDream, just let us know. Okay. Have a good one.